What's up? What's up? Sorry, I am a little late. Had a little emergency at the house, guys. Need to go back to my old greeting when I used to start. What's up, you two? What's going on? Dalra Holland, shout out to you, man. Channel member Chris Carey, shout out to you, man. Appreciate that joining in on this morning. Let's get this algorithm going. Let the folks come on in. I'm running a little late, so maybe some thought that I wasn't gonna get a chance to make it. But had to take care of a little emergency at the house this morning. And so KE said, I finally caught a live. So I'm gonna be halfway eating if y'all don't mind while I'm talking to y'all because I'm running late and I had to stop and get something to eat, some breakfast down here in South Louisiana, grits and eggs and grits with the cheese in them and all that good stuff. So but we come on here to chop it up with you guys, see what's going on. Come on in, Dwayne Smith. What's up? Good morning, everybody. Hit the like as you come in. Hit the like button as you come in. Let's get that algorithm to flowing. We're gonna get into it here in just a few minutes. Let y'all come on in here on this beautiful, slightly cool Saturday morning, y'all. I love it. It's my kind of weather here. This is my kind of weather. Mm. Nothing like some grits and eggs, y'all. All right. We'll get ready to get started here in a few. I'm late, so I want to be responsible with your time. What's up, Myron DeQueer? How you doing this morning? Good old bacon. Come on in, hit the like. Come on in. All right. All right. So I am going to start off this morning. What's up, Herndon? Good morning to you. I'm gonna start off this morning. Just kind of talking about a few things, and we'll do a Q&A, and we'll let you guys go enjoy your Saturday. What's up? What is that? Salute my beer. Good morning. Hit the like when you come in this morning. Lloyd Thompson, good morning. Spring Hill, Florida. That's what's up. All right. So as you guys come in, let's go ahead and chop it up and get into a few things. Um, First of all, what Freight Fest um, was in Houston last week at Freight Fest. Last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Freight Fest is the conference that Truck and Hustle sponsors. Ramel Watley, that brother, awesome brother. Most of you know I did an interview with Truck and Hustle back a few months ago, and I was invited to also come and speak on the dump truck panel with the Dwayne Wiltshire out of Maryland and High Road Crews out of New Jersey, guys that are doing this dump truck business at a high level. We got a chance to network, had a great time at Freight Fest, and it was so much more than just dump trucks as well. You know, it's a transportation and logistics conference, right? And I'll say to you guys that invest in yourself, right? Always be willing to educate yourself on the ins and outs of business, right? And that's what you guys are doing this morning. You've got up and come on the live to learn some things, to hear some things, and that's what it's all about, man. Getting the education on things so you can approach things in a great way. All right, 2 times, real good morning. Appreciate you, man. Get your CDL. Just passed my walk around road test yesterday. Congratulations, man, on that, on the CDL. And so that was awesome, man. Appreciate it, Chris. I still got couple more videos to post. I think I only did a couple. I may post one today, but I'm going to post the rest of the little segments. I'm trying to chop them up and post them. But it's rich, man. It was rich. So a couple things that I've learned and gathered from FreightFest that really impacted me, with where I am, of course, just in networking with Dwayne and Hyro. One of the things we discussed amongst ourselves, and I kind of asked that question with the video yesterday. Those guys were talking about diversifying within the niche. So this is kind of like an advanced dump truck conversation. But I do want to give you the game because it's game, right? So you can think about this as a part of your hopefully overall vision for being a dump trucker. Don't just stop at the first step, but as you get into this game, taking it to higher levels, right? What's up, Shar Hatch? Good morning. So, so, so one of the things, and it was actually a segment at the conference anyway, called "Riches in the Niches," and it was crazy because we had talked about that amongst ourselves leading up to the conference as we prepared for the conference. And so, what that was about as relates to the video is that whatever niche is, but if we're talking about dump trucking in the dump truck game, what are other ways to make money in the dump truck game other than the obvious of hauling, right? And I just thought that was so rich, y'all. It was good to network with those guys to hear the other ways in which they were doing it. Obviously, I'm doing it, in my own way, and so I wanted to share that with you guys. And you guys maybe can I might hear something from you guys today. Somebody might have a suggestion, but one of the ways, as you get your business on solid ground and you're working and you got to work and you're making money, is this ought to just be a launching pad, the business, into creating other ways to make money. Why is that important, CEO? Well, one of the things I always hear people talk about is, what are you going to do when it's winter? What are you going to do when it get cold? What are you going to do when it gets snows? On the East Coast, the asphalt plants shut down for 3 and 4 months. So what are you going to do? When it rains, what are you going to do? Well, one of the ways that you can alleviate worrying about or thinking about those kinds of things is that you're making money in more than one way in the dump truck business. All right. Good morning, Nicole. Rod Speed, good morning. You make money another way, right? Y'all excuse me eating. I'm very hungry, running late. And so, just to throw out a couple, the homie Hyro mentioned about making money off of parts, storing up parts, right? You buying parts, you store them, and then people need parts, you sell it to them for a small profit. You get them at wholesale, you resell them, right? Generic things, batteries, alternators, starters, just generic stuff that every trucker gonna need, mud flaps, and you get your resale certificate where you can buy the stuff whole. Guys and the other people in the business need parts. I guarantee you, somebody's gonna break down on a Saturday and can't get an alternator. Somebody's gonna break down on a Sunday, can't get a battery, and you can make money that way. All right, that's just one way. Mechanic. If you growing your business to the point and you got a mechanic, and he works for you exclusively. Well, other guys need work done. You can allow your guy to fix their vehicle, and that's another stream of income. All right. And then finally, and I'm just gonna name you 3 this morning, tires, right? You can get into the tire business, supplying tires. You need them, but I guarantee you other dump truckers need tires too, right? So what's up, Argentina? The whole idea is what are other ways you can make money in dump trucking other than just hauling. And I thought that was just so rich, y'all. I gained some valuable ideas and knowledge in networking with those guys about other ways that I'm going to continue to expand in making money other ways in the dump truck business. And I thought that would be rich for you guys because a lot of people have the concern, well, what else? What are you going to do when this happens? What are you going to do when that's happening? Well, you need to, when you start off, have that in mind, how you're going to branch off and do other things within the dump truck business, right? So what do you guys think about that? I'll stop right there and see what you guys think about that. Don't y'all mind me. I'm just eating my grits. Hit the like button as you come in, or if you've been on, go ahead. Mhm. Great idea. Okay. All right. And while some more of you may be thinking on that, and then of course, okay, with my beard said, I would like to find hauling other than asphalt. What you got in mind? Or are you looking for suggestions? If you're looking for suggestions, let me see, did you tell me where you were? Where you at, salute my beard? A lot of time where you are geographically can determine what, okay, South Carolina. All right, oh yeah, man. What part of South Carolina? And then salute my beard. What's the reason? And I'm just asking, what's the reason you're looking for something other than asphalt? Greenville, okay. Very familiar with Greenville. Salute my beard. I got my doctorate degree from Anderson, Anderson University, Anderson University in Anderson, right up the street. Okay, all right, not far at all. Okay. Dwayne says, "Good stuff. I just spent 7,000 at the Mac dealership. I'm looking for a cat." Yeah, there you go. There you go. What's up, Angel? Angel says, "I mentioned here in Detroit hauling salt or snow removal." Okay. All right. Angel, are you already lined up and hooked up on it? Are you already lined up with it? And answer me this for me. Is it hard to get in on the salt and snow removal? Because a lot of time when it gets slow, everybody's trying to go get the same piece of meat, right? So is it hard to get in on the salt and the snow removal, or they need just that many amount of trucks? It doesn't matter. All right, Salute says asphalt is good, but I feel like I can make more money. All right, so what are you thinking? Um, okay, well, let me just throw this out there, man. What about the limestone yards? Have you tried Vulcan? Any of the quarries? Limestone yard, typically hauling limestone pays pretty good. Oh, okay, Angel, I got it. Okay. Are you planning on trying, Angel, or you just was mentioning that? Are you planning on trying to get in on some of the asphalt, or you were just mentioning that? Ross Speed says, I'm a future dump truck business. Okay. It motivates my wife videos, get out there and make it happen. I'm just here for the free game. Cool. Appreciate you, man. You're in the right place. Yeah, you say you tried Vulcan, but it's hard to get work from them. What are they telling you, man? When you try to get work from for them, what are they telling you? Oh wow. Argentina, that is the age old, that's a constant problem that I hear. But I got some game for you. I got some game for you on that. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me tell you this before I get started. Now, brokering here is not a real huge thing. We got a few that try to broker work. They try. But I've been around long enough to be able to know how to work around that. Argentina. The way that you get around and deal with these brokers. Several things I'm going to give you. Number one, finding the work before they do. Right? Finding the work before they do it. All right. Well, salute Jack Peak. What's going on, Jack and Chris? Y'all hit that like when y'all come on in this morning. Let's get that like count coming up. Argentina, you got the early bird gets the one. I don't care who you are, I don't care what business you're in. Knowing the information of where the work is at before anybody else pays dividends. All right. So what you got to do, you got to play the website, Department of Transportation. What state you in, man? What state you in, Argentina? You got to get on the website, DOT, find out what jobs are coming up for bid before they come up for bid. What companies are bidding on the job? Boom, contact. I don't know if you're a DB, but still contact. After who wins the job? Boom, contact. And let me give you, if you guys saw the Freight Fest video, one of the biggest pieces of game that I learned about the dump truck business is this. If you're gonna get in, if you're gonna do this, here it is. I'm gonna lean in on this. One of the biggest turning points in my business was when, after getting turned down 4 or 5 times, I realized companies would rather make one call and get 10 trucks than 10 calls to get 10 trucks. That's game right there. And what I did was, at that point, when the light bulb went off and I realized that guys that I work with in the business, in the industry, we were good friends. We worked together often. And some other guys that were cool got all their numbers. Hey, guys, if I get a job, would you guys come and work with me? Yeah. Like I said at Freight Fest, a dump trucker don't care about 2 things: what I'm getting paid and when I'm getting paid. And when I called those same companies back and said, hey, I'm trying, blah, 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 trying to get in, and I got 10 trucks with me, I guarantee you're going to get a different response. The reason why some of these brokers, don't get me wrong, these brokers have built relationships with some of these contractors, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, a guy that's invested in the business with a truck has some leverage to where he can use to be able to get some of these jobs. So a lot of these brokers don't have not truck to first, right? So you definitely got an advantage over those that don't have no truck. You just got to know how to use it. So what am I saying? Where to work at, finding the work, making contact. Number 2, demonstrating to these companies that you can handle the job. One of the reasons they continue to go with the brokers is because the brokers have proven that they can get them 10, 15 trucks. So you got to do the same. You got to be able to do the same. And it's all about building relationships. You don't need but one person to like you and one person to give you a chance. Or you're in Florida, okay. Let me see what I missed. Yeah, that 10 to 15%. Matter of fact, Argentina, let me tell you how that broker thing working for real. I was talking to somebody about this at freightfest. The broker is gonna tell you he getting 125, and then he gonna charge you 10 to 15% off the 125. Do you know what he really getting? He really getting 135, 140. But he gonna tell you he getting 125, and then he gonna charge 10 to 15% off the 110, 125. That's how the game goes. And I've always advocated, start off with the broker, learn the game. And then once you learn the game, you start playing the game for yourself. That's how I go. Argentina, I hope that helps, man. Okay, Angel, you just mentioning that. Lord, I like the hard asphalt. Most companies here in Florida, where I am, require $2 million policy. It's just typical. 1 million is typical, Lord, but different places do different things, right? 1 million is typical. Shoot, here, some of these asphalt companies here don't, you ain't got to have a 500,000. But I do 1 million. Who said, but there's nothing ever there. Okay, they already have a few trucks consistently. Salute my beard, I'm talking to you. Okay. You try Vulcan, and then you say, there's nothing ever there. They already have a few trucks consistently hauling for them. Okay. All right. What about your dirt contractors then? Your contractors that do site prep, civil construction, civil, CIVIL, right? Look for your contractors in your yellow pages or Google that do site preparation, dirt work, civil construction, that kind of thing. You can get into the dirt. These contractors that haul the dirt, if it seems to be hard with the Vulcan piece, right? But stick with the asphalt until you can branch out and be able to get into other things. Don't leave the bread and butter. But I do understand what you're saying. You want to get into some other things that perhaps make more money. Don't stop trying, right? Don't stop trying. Keep on, until you be able to get your foot in the door with some of these other people that do other things. I do happen to know Greenville, Asheville, North Carolina area is growing. So it's a lot of dirt work going on out there, obviously. So maybe that could be another alternative for you. Yeah, Jack, networking, man. I network with those guys, and networking is just good all the way around. You learn things, man, when you network. Jack said, I wish I made it Freight Fest. You would have enjoyed it, Jack, at Freight Fest, man. You really would have enjoyed it. D. Landry was nice, man. You were nice. Real genuine people, man. They treated me well. I was just glad to be there. Made a couple of connections, business wise. Made some connections with some folks that can help me into some other things that I'm looking into. That's why you get these transportation and logistics conferences like that. I don't even know of any other, but that really provides some good education, right? So maybe next year you guys y'all can make it on down. Yeah, it was good, man. I had a good time, man. Jack, I really did. I had a good time networking and rubbing shoulders with some guys that are really doing this game at a high level. High row is just really doing it at a high level, man. 27 trucks, working 50 or 60 every day. I told him I'm going to visit him, man. I got to go visit him and let him give me a tour of his operation. And I'm looking to learn myself, even after 23 years in the business. Out of sight, out of mind. Good morning, James Kilpatrick. Yes, sir. Your network is your net worth. Exactly. Look, James, you saying something, man. It was millionaires in the house at freightfest, man, in all forms of business. And I was just privileged to be in the house, to be able to try to glean, make connections. Hey, yes, how can we help each other? That's what you got to do. You gotta get yourself in the right rooms in some cases. What's up, Ashley? How you doing this morning? Right, Crit. Thank you, Crit, for helping that brother out, man, to understand some things about Florida, man. I definitely appreciate that. Rhonda White, appreciate you becoming a member here this morning. God bless you. Appreciate your support. Good morning to you. AD says, and got the second truck as a gift to my company. Wow. AD, you know you got to explain that. You say as a gift to your company, you know you got to shed a little light. You ain't got to tell your business, but shed a little light on that one, man. You about to make me shout up here. Um, can we get an example of a template or a quote or estimate you have submitted so you can get an idea and tweak it to my own to be submitted? Yeah, email me, man. I just sent a bid in last week for a local county for do some asphalt hauling. I was trying to put my email in the chat. Be glad to do that, man. And you're gonna be surprised that it's not nothing real hard at all. What's up, Kia? Good morning. Chris wants to know where in Florida do you need 2 million? Because I'm in Tampa. Salute. When I find dirt contractors, how do we work to pay? Well, when you find a dirt contract, you need to find out how do they pay. Do they pay by the yard or by the hour, right? So that's going to be your conversation. When you find them, you want to know, what kind of hauls they got, what jobs they got. And so when you're dealing with pricing jobs, if they're going to do it by the hour or if it's by the load. If it's by the load, you need to know how far is it from where you're getting it from to how to where you got to take it to. I think I did an example on this board here on our last live about how to figure out how you should price some things, right? As an example. All right. So most of the time, Salute, if they got a haul going, they'll tell you, well, look, we're paying $5 a yard here. But look, this is about an hour here. They'll tell you. If they don't, then you ask them. Yeah. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, Vulcan. What I'm hearing, Vulcan has been working extensively through the Trucks app. What's up, Will? Channel member. Good to see you, Will. Buy gravel from the big quarries for cheaper and sell smaller loads to homeowners. Need a pickup and dump trailer, though. Okay. Another form of making money. Okay. Works for me. I got you, Angel. Jack, I know said is big in Georgia and Florida for Vulcan materials. Okay. AD, my first year anniversary bought. Okay, cool. Been in there a year. You can also buy some land and use it as dirt pit to sell field dirt. Exactly. Thank you for that example, Zach. That's something I have long thought about. Me and another, actually my pastor who has trucks, we've long talked about that, Jack, about getting some land and getting operating and selling dirt. Our only problem is, Jack, is that we're 30 miles from the city. And we just kind of felt like we would have to price it so high, man, that we wouldn't, it'd be hard to make a profit. So that's why we kind of bagged out of that. All right, now when y'all say SED, who is SED? Y'all say SED is running here in Vulcan too. Who is that? What's up, Cristo Hidalgo? AD said, I bought a second truck for my 1 year coming anniversary. Things are looking great for year number 2. That's right. All right, AD, you in St. Louis, ain't you? Ain't you in St. Louis? Congratulations, man. So AD has bought 2 trucks in a year. Is that right, AD? Do I have that right? And congratulations to you, man. Two times rail CEO, do you think I should start working with a company first or just buy my own truck and start working for myself? Man, look, if you have the opportunity to go and work for a dump truck company for 3 to 6 months, man, go for it. That can't hurt at all. That will kill a lot of your learning curve, man. If you got that opportunity, take it. You know, I would recommend that. Yes. You also had an example of a bid in the dump truck and paperwork with the bundle back. Sure did, Jack. I forgot about that. Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, in our dump trucking paperwork, it was an example of a bid in that. If you look on Linktree, let me put that on there. Linktree, and you can find. I forgot all about that, Jack. Thank you, man. For those of you who want to cut across the field, of course, you know the game has always been here on YouTube, but you want to cut across the field and get some resources. For those of you who may be with us for the first time, we got the book. I don't have one in the office up here. How to get started in the dump truck business, 20 ways to find the work, the paperwork, the course. We got all that stuff on that Linktree link. So if you're interested in that, hit that up. And look, Jack, I'm going to take this opportunity for my plug. Book number 3 should be ready in about a month, hopefully in a month. Book number 3, y'all, is going to be ready in about a month. Guess what it is? Guess what it is? Because as y'all seen, I'm only making resources based upon what the demand is, right? What's Chris said, some bacon was good. The upcoming book is 20 specs to be used when buying a dump truck. Because that's always the second question I get. First question, where to work at? How can I find the work? Second question always has been, well, what I need in a dump truck, or how should I look for a dump truck, or what do you look for in a dump truck, right? So the book I'm working on, just about through, is 20 specs to be used when buying a dump truck. That's the book that's coming up. So y'all be on the lookout for it. Hopefully within a month, it'll be ready. It'll be ready for you. Of course, we have some more lives and stuff before then, but definitely be on the lookout. Just trying to put the resources out there that answer the main questions of what most people are asking. All right, who we got? Okay. Rhonda says, I've been doing a lot of networking, but ran into a woman, a woman hater on the down low. I've been a member, just had to change. Oh, okay, Rhonda, I got you. I thought so, Rhonda. Yeah, appreciate you. Okay. Dwayne, I would like to see that quote also, see if you don't mind. Okay. Salute my bread. Okay, cool. I'm going to get on the ground before it gets too cold. Yeah. Yeah, man. Go make some FaceTime with some of these contractors. Give them your card. You get their card. And if you want to branch out from the asphalt, yeah, try the dirt. Somebody still needs to tell me what SED is. Y'all say SED. Say it, or what does SED mean at Vulcan? Um, I'm thinking of something else. Salute my bread. I mean, because you're in the right place with asphalt. Or I'll tell you what, I'll put it this way: in Greenville and surrounding areas, who are your road building companies? They may not necessarily do asphalt, but maybe they do the prep road for the building of the roads. And then somebody comes in and does the asphalt, right? So look for companies that does road construction. They might not necessarily do asphalt, but they might do road construction. They might do wet batch concrete, or they just might do the preparation of the road as a sub, and then somebody else comes in. So that's another one for you. Oh, Southeast Division. I see it. I'm sorry. SED, Southeast Division. I got you. Yeah, brother. You're gonna have to grind. You're gonna have to grind. All right. AD, I'm excited for you, AD. Okay, Southeastern Division Logistics. So so y'all are telling me that's a company that seems to be hauling a lot of Vulcan's rock. Is that what y'all saying, or is that Vulcan's own trucks? Okay, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, go ahead and do that, brother. You won't regret it, and everything else that comes with that as well. Appreciate your channel for helping out in the beginning, put a twist on it, and made it my own. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Jack, how to expand the dump truck business. Yeah, see, Jack, you giving it away, man. That's one of the other ones that's on my agenda. I'm trying I'm trying to do a biography at some point, but yeah, that's the fourth last one in the whole kid and caboodle right there, other than my biography, and that's how to scale up. And the last one. Well, I shouldn't say it's the last one, but yeah, that was gonna be the capstone. Because it was gonna be how to get started, how to find the work, how to find the right truck, how to grow the business. And then who knows what else might come up. Nicole, I'm ready for book number 3. Cool. CEO, how do I look for work in the dump truck world if it is a website that I can look at? Brother, you got to go to your state. What state you in 2 times, Ralph? Go to your state DOT's website. Look for the bidding and letting section. I got several videos on the channel about this. Go to the bidding and letting section and look at the jobs that have been let out that are going on right now in your city. And then the jobs that are going to be coming up for bid in your city. You're looking for road construction, road jobs. Do the same thing for your county's website. Do the same thing for your city's website. I got videos on the channel about that. All right, you're in the DMV, so that means you got the privilege of looking at Virginia, Maryland, and what, Delaware? That's what. Oh, District of Columbia. I'm sorry. You got 3 state level stuff you can look at, and then your cities around that area. Somebody sent balloons. Balloons go. I saw some balloons go up somewhere. So you got several options there. You're in a rich area there. You're in a good area because you actually can look up 3 different federal entities and then go to the big cities in those areas. Baltimore, whatever is going to be what right there in Northern Virginia going into DC. What is that? Arlington, and it's another A. Alexandria might not be as close. I think Arlington. So man, you got to get on those websites. Look at the channel. I got several videos about how to find a work in your state, how to find a work in your city, how to find a work in your county. That's how you get ahead of the game. That's how you understand what's coming up, what's going on right now, which gives you the leverage to be able to contact the contractors before they get the job and immediately right after. You ain't got to go through no broker, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something I did just Thursday. Let me catch up and I'm gonna tell you what I did just Thursday, just to go to show you what I teach on here. I still do it after 23 years. Aluminum is better. You mean the bed, Nicole? Are you talking about the bed? Yeah, Jack said that's the main company that Vulcan uses. Not sure if they own SCB. Okay, so Southeastern Logistics seems to have a toehold on a lot of that work. Okay, I got you, Jack. That's interesting. It sounds like they got a lot of trucks. Yeah, AD. Did I send it to you? I get so many, man. That if I didn't send it, send me another email of what you was looking for, AD. May have forgotten about it. Out of sight, out of mind. Say you didn't know the headache that comes with subcontractor. It's always some shit, brother. Let me tell you. Ah, yes, it's enough to be, when you handle your own stuff. But when you get into subbing, and that man, look, let me tell you something. That's why God had to basically almost strong arm me several times to keep doing it because there were times I just didn't want to be bothered with all that headache. And I shouldn't classify it as headache because it's a privilege. It really is. And it's a labor of love to where you work to help other people. So I shouldn't say it's a headache. That's the wrong word. But there were times, I'll say it like this, that I just wanted to, hey, I just want to work my own trucks. I don't want to deal with all that. And it never fails, brother, that I was telling somebody this the other day. One thing I figured about my relationship with God is that He knows He can trust me. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that if He gives me the work, He knows that I'm going to spread it to other people. And because of that, out of sight, out of mind, I believe that's why He continues to give it to me in overflow because He knows that I'm going to reach out and say, hey, man, come on over and work with me on this job. I'm going to spread the love. Does it have a lot to go with it? Yes. Sometimes these guys don't want to do right. Sometimes the guys got to drive on the truck they don't want to do right. Sometimes they don't get their ticket signed. Sometimes they want to know can they get the check early. You got to be ready for all that, right? But that's why you make a small, you able to make a little money in subcontracting because the joy is that okay, not only are you helping people, for me is I'm helping people, but I get a chance to make a little extra money off of it as well. But you got to be ready for it. Look, it ain't no cakewalk. And watch this, it ain't for everybody. I know people around here in the business, they don't want no part of subcontract. They don't want no parts of it. Matter of fact, guys, I'm probably one of maybe three guys that I know running dump truck businesses that subcontracts, and that's in this whole area that have been around here for a little while. Most guys don't want food with. They don't want the responsibility. Right? Too real, you got it. Nicole, it depends on where you're at. I was just telling somebody this the other day. No, this is a part of the book. This is in the book. I recommend steel because steel allows you to haul everything. Broke up concrete, broke up asphalt, rip wrap. If you put steel and rip wrap and broke up concrete, sometimes the concrete has rebar in it into aluminum bed, it ain't gonna hold up over time. Now, I preface that statement by saying if you are in a context where you ain't gonna be hauling none of that, you're just gonna be hauling sand and gravel, asphalt, aggregates, dirt, all that stuff that's not gonna damage it, then hey, go for it. But just know you're locked into that. That's all you're gonna be able to do. or else you're going to end up tearing it up if you start putting other stuff in. Yeah, a lot of people like the aluminum bed because of the lightweight, and they're hauling by the ton, and they could get more payload. I get that. But the question for me in South Louisiana, I know that's not all they're gonna be doing. Matter of fact, for me, 99% of what we do is by the hour. We don't even hardly do road work. I mean, by the load, very little. So that's my recommendation, but consider your context. Okay, so Jack, you can be an owner operator and run on the SED's DOT number. Is that what you're saying? All right, guys, hit the like. Let's catch the likes up here. Who we got? Rhonda. Out of sight. Oh, out of sight. I would say the phone start ringing at 6 o'clock. Yeah. And we'll ring all the way up until 8, 9 o'clock, brother. Believe that. All I can tell you is do your best to communicate everything on the front end, give them everything they need on the front end, try to supply and or answer all of the questions on the front end so as to eliminate the little nagging phone calls. Rhonda says, I'm looking to relocate. Should I move my company or add a branch in the new location once I learn the area and expectations? All right, Rhonda, how are you doing at the old location? I mean, if you're making money and pretty decent and good at the old location, then are you sure you want to uproot and take and do away with that while trying to establish the new location? I think that's where I would ask, number one, and then number two, what's the distance between the two? All right. Number three, do you already have established contractors and people that's going to work you in the new location? Because if you uproot, then you got to go establish connections. Then your cash flow could be strained as relates to until you get established and flowing in this new place, right? So those would be some questions I would ask. AD, man, we have good Barsham videos and J. Cruz and Fab on Money. This has been a great ride so far with a few bumps in the road. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, AD, man. It's a wonderful thing. You've seen some of my videos. I love this game. I love this game, man. Mainly the drivers, not the owner operator. Yeah, yeah, and that's what happens a lot of time. It is most of the time it be just the drivers that I'm gonna put it like this: out of sight, out of mind, and it's just the truth. Maybe I'm sorry, maybe this just happens in Louisiana, but some of these owner operators put some of anything in these trucks. Talk, boy. Some of these owner operators, maybe this is just a South Louisiana thing, put some of anybody in these trucks, and some of these jokers is steering wheel holders. They ain't got no reason, business, or nothing in no truck. Now I'm gonna leave that right there. Lloyd, no depth system, stay away. My first truck, 13 Peterborough, stayed in the shop, D-rate on the side of the road, then had me looking in my bankruptcy attorney face. Oh, wow. Lord, all mine are depth system. All mine are depth. Thank God they've come a long way, brother, since 2013 models. I will say this, Lloyd, that 13 model Mac, y'all know I sold that truck, last year, that 13. That truck derated on me two times. Yeah, two times. That truck derated on me twice, and I think it derated on my driver once. And we take it to the shop, and it would be a sensor. But I mean, it didn't mess me up. It didn't put me down more than it had me running. But overall, time I had it derated twice on me. But the trucks I have now, obviously the new trucks, you don't have that problem. I think only problem I've had with deration is two times with the blue quad and one time with the burgundy quad. Other than that, I think these other ones I haven't had a derate problem. So sometimes, Lord, you just get a bad truck, man. It could be a new one. Sometimes you could get a bad one. Dexter wins. What's going on, channel member? We appreciate you, brother. What's going on? Still looking for that first dump truck in Atlanta to get this thing started. Any thoughts on going to Don Baskin to find that first truck? Yes, Dexter, don't do it. Man, look, I don't know. That doggone Don Baskin must have that SEO jack on that Google working good, boy, because everybody seems to pull up Don Baskin. Dexter, the history has been with Don Baskins out of Covington, Tennessee, is bad trucks, and when people attempt to take them back, they don't want to stand behind them. Remember this, y'all. If the year model, if you already know what new trucks have been going for and used trucks have been going for, and then all of a sudden you run across a website with somebody wants to sell an 18 for $70,000, you already know something wrong with that picture. When you see an 18 somewhere else for 160, 170, you run across a website with an 18 for 75, 80,000, you already know, something wrong. The big old gap in price. No, sir. And Dexter, you can, I mean, they're all in the Better Business Bureau of Tennessee, man, for bad business dealings. I don't see how they're still in business. Lord said, I have a 98 Kenworth. I love it. Okay, cool. Hey, I had a 94 Kenworth, Dexter, that I mean, it was just a wonderful, wonderful truck. Guy still running the truck right now, man. You get hold to a good truck, ain't nothing like having a good, solid truck. And a lot of times the year model doesn't always dictate that. Yes, sir, Dexter. It's coming, man. Hopefully within a month. Putting the final touches on that thing. Hopefully within a month. Mitch today, Joe Conceal. What up, big dog? We appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. More game. Ron said, thank you, praying about it. Okay, Ron. Like I said, those would be some things I would consider running. There's nothing wrong with having multiple locations, but I don't know. I mean, changing locations, but I don't know if I'm gonna leave one where I'm making money in order to go somewhere else. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely got to have some money set aside for the truck, Lord. We definitely advocate that. Ashley, I've been seeing the next size up to quads. You and the baby said that. All right. Ashley said you've been seeing the next size up to quad. You mean next size past quads? Yeah, you should have been seeing some of them. Ashley, that's what we call quint axles. QUINT quint axles. Yeah, it's been some in the area a lot lately. Some of them been hauling sand and gravel from up here down to the concrete plants down there by you. So definitely. I plan to get me a quint axle about another 2 years. I'm gonna try me a quint, at least one. Daryl say, please run. Mr. Dude, morning time, Mr. Dude, too rare, too CO in the dump truck. What is too much miles for these type of vehicles? It just depends. The miles, don't get so caught up. Well, let me give you the formula. Here's the formula. The way I rate a truck, and they have been taught and trained and found it to be pretty good metric to go by. And matter of fact, glad you asked me that. I need to add that to the book. I'm gonna add that to the spec book. 50,000 miles a year is what I've always looked for and advocated. However many years the truck is old, multiply that times 50,000 miles. For instance, this is 2023. So if you got a 2018, if it's a 5-year-old truck, multiplied by 50,000 miles a year, 50,000 miles suggests that truck has been working pretty good. It's been working pretty good. Then that truck, it wouldn't be uncommon for that truck to have 400,000 miles. It wouldn't be uncommon. And up to 5 wouldn't be considered bad because watch this. If a trucker is working day and night like me regularly, it won't be it won't be hard to roll up them kind of miles. All right, that's game right there. Here's some more game for you, right? All right, so watch this. You might come and see a 5-year-old truck of mine that's got 500,000 miles. Right off, someone might look at that and say, "Oh, that man, that's a lot of miles and all that. Man, that's a lot of miles." But if you know me, what's the kind of work I'm doing? That truck ain't getting into no hard pulling. 95% of what we do is what? Asphalting on blacktop, y'all. Because I major, y'all know I like road building. So while my truck might show 500 miles after 5 years, guess what? Those miles have been spent majority on blacktop road and not into a bunch of twisting and turning, dirt pits, quarries, offloading barges, stuff that can wear your bushings and bearings out early and all that kind of stuff. This truck has been on flat ground 95% of the time. Now, I got what it takes if we have to go off road, but the majority of the life of that truck under my ownership has been road building. Even though you might see 5,000 miles. What's the moral of what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in the miles. Factor it in, but don't let that be your end all be. Oh, you're looking for trucks, you be like, oh man, that Joe got 500 miles, 1,000 miles. I don't look at that no more. I bought in the year 2000, I bought a 1994 Kenworth with 605,000 miles, y'all. And ask me why I bought that. And I didn't even know, but ask me why I bought it. And this is going in the book. They had maintenance. It was a Ryder road truck. They had maintenance records. They done a dyno test on the engine and transmission and rear end. Let me see the results that there was no metal in the rear end, transmission, and engine. I can look at the truck and tell the truck wasn't ragged out. It was well maintained. But it had 600,000 miles on it, y'all. Now watch this. That was the year 2000. I bought a 6-year-old truck with 605,000 miles, which means that truck was getting 100,000 a year on average put on it. But I still bought it because of maintenance records, dyno tests, well maintained. And that's $1 million worth of game. All right. Shavante, how you doing? How's it working in the winter months? Shavante, we're good here. I'm glad you asked that. It's a good question. Because I still got to tell y'all what I did Thursday. But well, let me tell you what I did Thursday, Shavante, and that'll lead into your question as well. I hadn't been to the city all this week up to Wednesday. And I said, you know what? Got up Thursday morning, worked out at the gym, came back, took a shot. I said, you know what? I'm going to check some things out. I had 3 jobs I needed to check out. And I'm going to give you this $1 million worth of game right here. All right. Y'all heard me. I made a video a couple of months ago. I told you, I say, I got a good swift kick in the butt from the standpoint of, you know what? You got a little comfortable. You got enough work for your trucks. You wasn't worried about getting any more. All right. One of them got a little slow. Made me have to go hustle. I can hustle. That's what I do, right? Kept the truck going. But guess what? Light bulb goes off. Okay. You were comfortable. One of the customers got slow, cut you back. You had to go find something for the other truck. You did it, but why put yourself in that position? $1 million worth of game. Y'all listen. So then I told you guys, I set out, I said, you know what? I'm going to go get me 2 more customers. And that way I know I'll have more than enough, but also what that does, I know I can't cover it all. So I'm going to go ahead and put a team together of trucks to do this job with me. Remember, I told y'all that. So I identified 3 jobs that I want to look at. So Thursday, I went and looked at them. All right. One of them we already own, let me put it that way. But it helped me to see where we're going to be for the next few months. Hence your question, Shavante. This is and this is about 10 miles from the house, real close too. It's an asphalt job. We started the patching last week. We're catching up with the pipe work, so we stopped. But we know we got a mill and overlay about a good 6, 7 miles, 2 lanes and shoulders. This is October. Guess what that tells me? That job going through the winter, Shavante. Oh yeah. That job will go to January, February. Easy. Check. And that job is going to want 2 to 3 trucks a day from me. Okay. All right. Sounds like somebody was pulling up out there. Let me make sure. Look at my camera here. Okay, let's make sure nobody was pulling up out there for me. All right. Second job. Here's the crazy part. The second job is like 4 miles, 5 miles from the first job. Y'all remember when I told y'all, Jack, remember this when I was in Kentucky and I missed on a $1.5 million job because the state says I didn't have the specialization of asphalt. Remember, I told you that. So I went to check on that job just to see how it was coming. They're out there and they're doing concrete patching right now. So it hasn't got wide open. Now, why I didn't get a chance to be used as the DBE on the job, there is a very good chance I'm going to get a chance to put a couple of trucks out there on that job through the other guy or either direct with the company. All right. Check mark on that, Shavante. That thing going into about the middle of next year on that job. I'm just telling you about new stuff. I'm not even talking about what we already got. I'm going to get around to that. That was the second job I want to check on. The third job is a new customer that I'm trying to get. They have a pretty sizable job in town, 2Rail. How did I find that out? Website. Look back into jobs that I may have missed a month or so ago. Because sometimes I can get locked in on a couple and I'll forget about some other ones. Look back, oh wow, I missed this. This is going on right now. Just started. Guess what? Made my way around Baton Rouge to go and check them out. Nobody was out there. Made the phone call. Finally got a phone call back from the superintendent. Hey, and this is how I talk to them. Take note of this. Take note of this. Hey, this is Perry Jones with Seeking First Enterprises. I know that you guys won the job to do such and such job. I'm a DBE. We got quad axles. We got tri-axles. I'm here to serve your trucking needs. How can we be of assistance to you? No, I'm sorry. How can we partner with you? Oh, okay, Mr. Jones. Good to hear from you. Yes, we have a sub on the job right now that actually has his own trucks. But when he gets through with his little part, we will be needing trucks. He says, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep your number and then we'll be in touch once we get to that point. Thank you, mister. I appreciate you. We look forward to it. So what did I accomplish? That was my 3 goals. Check those first 2 out. Go see that third customer. So now I know the first one, boom, takes us through the winter. That's winter work. The second one, I work with that company on other jobs. I missed that DBE job, but looks like I might still get a little bit of that. And then the third customer is supposed to be a callback, gonna get with me when it gets into that time. All Shavante going through the winter jobs that you can do in the cold because they road building. Pete Game, salute my beard. Pete Game, you're saying you want to do other than asphalt, but guess what's gonna be going? Sometimes when they're cold, that asphalt. We'll be out there. Don't get me wrong. We probably may don't get as cold in Louisiana as they do in Greenville. So I know that's a difference. But those jobs will go through the winter. I ain't worried about a thing, y'all. As far as that go, we're gonna be working right through the winter, and that's just day work. All right. So, all right. Let's go a step further to Shavante's question because somebody else might have been wondering what am I gonna be doing during the winter. One of the customers I currently have. We haven't even started breaking out. We're doing Jack, you'll love this. We're breaking out the road going into LSU's campus. They're redoing Nicholson Drive going into LSU's campus. It's about a good 5-mile stretch, 4-lane highway that had concrete panels up under the asphalt. The asphalt, the milling has been milled off top of the asphalt. The whole road, Jack, got to be milled on a 5 mile, broken up on a 5 mile stretch all the way to the gates of LSU. I already got that. Guess what? Broke up concrete goes in the winter, Javante. I'm trying to help somebody here. Ain't worried about a thing when it comes to winter this year. It's going to be there. Everything I'm talking to you about can be done in the winter, in the cold, after a rain. The only stipulation may be the asphalt, because obviously I'm sure it's like that with the rest of you guys. It has to be 40 degrees and rising. That's the only stipulation. Y'all got me feeling pretty good here now. I done hit my stride here now. All right, so yeah. So that's one of the customers I got right there. So that just gives you a forecast of what we're looking at. And don't let that third customer call me back and say, hey, look, we're gonna try you out. We're ready to roll. I'm gonna let y'all know. All right, let me answer some questions. Heavy duty equipment trailer. Okay, honey, I got that. Adds money to the bottom line. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sterling's, I had a Sterling out of sight, didn't have a good experience with it, but it wasn't because of the Sterling. It was the engine. I had a bad experience with that Mercedes engine. And it happened to 2 or 3 other guys that I know of. The way that that thing is set up with that turbo and stuff, that truck ended up sucking dirt into the engine. I ended up doing 2 overhauls to the tune of $36,000. And on that second one, she had to go. For the truck, I ain't had no problem. Now, the only other issue I'll never do again, I bought a truck that doesn't have a dealership in town. I would have to go to New Orleans, which is 120 miles, just to get parts for it that weren't at the Freightliner place. You know, a Freightliner makes a Sterling. They would have some things, but if they didn't, I had to either call Sterling or go run the 120 miles to New Orleans just to get parts for that Sterling. That's game right there, y'all. Try your best not to buy a truck that doesn't have a dealership in town that you can go to. I did that one time. Never again. The person say, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. All right, coming on down. Mr. Dukes, do you think a dealership should pay your truck note if you finance the truck and you still don't have it, or over a month later because they trying to fix it? Okay, so Mr. Dude, they've been, you say they've been trying to fix it. In other words, they having a hard time finding out what it is, or they got you bagged up, or that would be some of my questions. Did you in-house finance with them? Give me a little bit more. But I can tell you just off the top of my head, that's gonna be a hard thing. Appreciate you, Lord Thompson. See you, you're blessing us on our prayer. I thank God for you. We need this. May God's favor. I appreciate you, brother. Jack, any special certification or training that is available, you should get. On what, Jack? With what I'm doing with that, I just had to do what they call a business expansion with the state to include that specialization for the asphalt. And I got that call 2 weeks ago. She told me everything is good. I had to send them pictures of the truck. They wanted to make sure. Matter of fact, here goes some game right here. She said, Mr. Jones, I just want to call you personally and say that we don't want you to think that we are taking it out on you personally to have to prove to us what you're going to do with your specialization. I had to send them pictures of the truck, y'all, and all kind of crazy stuff. She said what has happened is that there have been guys who've lied about what their abilities are to do, and then showed up on a contractor's job with a dually and a dump trailer. I kid you not, Jack. That's what the lady told me. She's saying what happened is the state ended up getting sued because it delayed the contractor. He looking for a dump truck. The guy had a dump truck pulled by a dually. The contractor sued the state and actually won because that was on the state. Because the state's job is their job to make sure the truck that's coming is the truck that is able to do the job. So they're being very thorough when you expand into different specializations to make sure you got the equipment to do what you say you're trying to do. Appreciate JD. Yo, those good words, man. They work, brother. Too real, no, it don't snow in Louisiana like talking about. Every blue moon, man. Not like talking about that. It is, Jack. That LSU job is a nice one. We've done drainage over there. We've done pipe work, and just finally finna get ready to hit stride. And they saying they might do some of it at night because you can only imagine football season too. That thoroughfare is a very busy thoroughfare this time of the year. So hopefully they'll do it at night. Okay, Shavante says she was nervous. You just have to identify some things. I think I've identified some things for you, Shavante, that will go in the cold. Only thing we're hoping for here, we don't want to see here in Louisiana is a wet winter. Cold doesn't bother the work here. We just don't want it to be a wet winter. But even then, I've shown you that we have jobs lined up that even if it rains, can be done the next day. Can't do them in the rain, but you do it the next day. Farwood Dispatch, yes, sir. S Corporation doesn't matter. Has nothing to do with a DBE certificate. Ruben, let's go. Man, get out of here. Ruben coming up here with that food. Man, look, man, y'all move, make me jump out to see. Don't be doing that. You see, y'all see Ruben, man. Ruben then come on here and cursed me. Then cursed me all the way out. He see what I'm repping. Don't be doing that, man. Come up here to my let's go 49. He see that with that helmet with that star on and them diamonds in that thing, man. Don't do that, man. That man will come on here and cuss me, slap out. Talk about some let's go 49. Look, I'm telling y'all, I need this win. We are overdue. We lost the last two. We are overdue to go to Santa Clara and punch them boys in the mouth Sunday and show them we for real this year. And that's all I'm gonna say. All right, Jack says more government at work. Yeah, you're right, Jack. I love the transparent honesty, just straight truth. Oh yeah, Lord, I don't hide nothing, man. I believe in being very straightforward about it all, man. Mr. Dude, finance with capital through Jeremy. Okay, it was supposed to be done a week after I financed it, but things keep coming up. So what I would probably do, Mr. Duke, is talk back with Jeremy and see can you get with the finance company. Maybe they can push that back. Maybe they can push that note back, and you won't have to pay it because you. Let me ask you this question: have you received the truck, and then this happened, or you never received the truck? But in any event, I talked to Capital. I would talk directly to them about what's going on and see how they can assist you. And there are programs that these people have in place for that kind of stuff. So I would talk with them. I don't know if you're going to have success with the dealership paying the note, but I would talk to the finance company and see what my options are. It just can out of sight, wet batch concrete just can get a little messy. That's all. I've hauled it, a lot of it, and it gets a little messy. But you just have to be okay with your truck being nasty and dirty for a while, because ain't no sense in washing it every day if you know you're going right back in the concrete. So here's what we would do, man. Watch this. This is a game right here, y'all. We would take hydraulic fluid, y'all, put it in a spray bottle, and spray the hood and fenders and some parts of the side of the bed with the hydraulic oil. Because what happens is if you put if that concrete splash on the hood and stuff, it won't stick. So that took care of that problem. And once you do it one time, you just kind of just let it stay on it. And like I said, it's gonna attract dirt. It's gonna be a dirty truck for a while, but ain't no sense of washing it, do it again. Just leave it like that until you finish that job. Second thing we did was you spray some of the hydraulic oil on your rear ends and stuff. Because what happens is, watch this, y'all, and this used to burn my butt. Them jokers, you pulled the doggone wet batch out on the ground, right in front of the paver. Jack, these knuckleheads, I'm telling you, somebody gonna want you to bag in that doggone concrete. I guarantee you. They used to burn my butt, man. Bagging on up. You looking at the concrete record, bagging on up. You bagging up right where the previous guy done dumped his load. And they bag you all the way in that doggone concrete. And then they want you to dump. I used to hate that, man. And it's going to get on your brake cans and it's going to get on your rear end. So that's why I'm saying the best thing to do is to go ahead and wet that rear end up, wet your brake can, got your little stopper so that the oil can't get in your brake can. But put that little oil on your brake can so that the concrete that have you rolling back into that concrete, it'll wash it off. It'll get on your wheels, it'll get on your rims. So you just have to, it just gets a little messy. That's all. But it can come in handy. Two rail, I'm really loving Max and Western Stars right now. Mr. Dude, never received the truck. Oh man, yeah, you need to call Jeremy and you need to call Capital. You never received the truck, man. So Capital, they probably can redo the contract, Dara, and push it back. So yeah, Doc, yeah, you need to call Jeremy and then run it down to him and then call Capital. Yeah, you should be able to push that note back and just start that contract when you get the truck. Why should you start paying on something you ain't never received? So yeah, you need to go and make that phone call and get on that. Dow does wet bench hauling right now. Good money. I use baby oil. It worked really good. Baby oil. Okay. Baby oil. I never heard of that. So, and then on the other side of that, Darryl made me think about that. I went to my local construction materials place and bought some solution, some concrete removal solution. So at the end, when it was all over, I got my car wash guy to wash the truck with some of that concrete remover, and it worked pretty good. Now it's gonna fade your paint, but it'll get that concrete off of it. Just put your doggone mask on because it's acid. I can tell you that. All right, Mr. Dude, paid one note already. Oh man, you should. I ought to call Jeremy them before the end, man. You need to make that call Monday morning for sure. I'd have made that look. It would have had my nerves bad. I wish you'd have sent me a message, man, because my nerve would have been bad with the note, that first note coming up, and I had never got the truck. I'd have been on the phone calling somebody dead. Yeah, you might want to actually call because I know at the very least you can push that thing on the back end so you have to pay that note. So yeah, check on that, man. Well, guys, it has been great on this Saturday morning. What is it? It's 10:30. We've been on an hour and 20 minutes. How do I want to wrap up? I'm almost through with the third book, so that'll be coming to you. We do have some Grind to Shine merch that I'm gonna be bringing out with this book. Um, we're looking forward to this winter season. Everything looks good to have day and night work. Um, I'm excited about what I see in this business. Um, the network has been established now with Dwayne and High Road Man, and I'm gonna go. Of course, y'all know I'm on video. I go and visit those guys. Let me tell you something exciting. One of the young men that was at freightfest, I met the young man. He actually went to Dwayne's yard and visited him and inquiring about the dump truck business to learn some things yesterday. I saw Dwayne put that on there yesterday on his Instagram, and that was exciting to see a young man following up from Freight Fest to actually, going and seeing, how things work and wanting to learn more. Jack, I was almost coming to Atlanta again, man. The end of the month. You may be familiar with Marvin Mitchell, what that guy, Storm Leroy, Marvin Mitchell, and Ash Cash are doing a Pathway to Prosperity conference at the W Hotel in Atlanta the last weekend of the month. Man, I was coming. Oh my God, I wanted to come to that. And but some things have come up and I'm not gonna be able to get away. But I was coming to that, man, and I was gonna definitely hook up with you guys again. But we'll make some plans at a later date to get back out to Atlanta and see how everything going out there with you guys. You never know. Might have to do some popping up. But I definitely been seeing CW Matthews and ER Snell has definitely got work on the work is just lit in Atlanta and surrounding areas of Georgia, man. I've been seeing it online because I follow Snell and CW Matthews Facebook pages. I mean, Instagram pages. Man, they doing it. I ain't kidding. They doing it in Georgia, man. And I'm excited about my own state. I showed you guys when I was headed to Houston. Work that's in Lake Charge is off the chain. Baton Rouge is going to get even more wide open. New Orleans got it going on. I mean, the work is just everywhere, man. It's everywhere. Dexter, all right, Dexter, I'm definitely coming back to Atlanta, Dexter. I can tell you, if I don't get there this year before this year's up, I'm coming next year because I was there last year. I was planning on coming to the W Hotel for that conference there until some things came up at the end of this month. So, Jack, and me and some of the guys met up in College Park at that. Jack, what was the name of the breakfast place I met you guys at in College Park back last year? I don't forgot, but definitely. Terrell, just look up whatever your state is. Look up the Department of Transportation website. That's all you gotta do. If you're in Florida, Florida Department of Transportation should have a website, and look for the bidding and letting section. Letting, Letting. Mr. Duke said, I tried. They're not trying to do anything. Wow. And have you talked to Jeremy? Okay, Jack said we was at Rose's Cafe in College Park. Jack them had to inform me I was in a rough part of town or down the street from Cleveland Avenue. Dexter, I did not know. I had no idea where I was until Jack them informed me that I was on Cleveland Avenue, down from where Young Thug and the homies grew up at, whatever, man. I was like, well, I didn't know. So we gonna make sure we in a little bit better place next time for sure. All right, Mr. Duke. Okay, yeah, man. But I definitely would exhaust it and talk with him, brother. I hate to see that happen. Yeah, out of sight. That's gonna be a good one, man. Yeah, I really want to come into that. I hopefully I make it next year to that. I went to Houston 3 times, so maybe I can visit another state more. Maybe I have to come to Atlanta a couple times next year. Yeah, HF3 said, yeah, you was in the hood. I was in the hood, man. I crossed over Cleveland Avenue going to Rosa. I didn't know until Jack said, man, you realize where you at? No. So I was like, wow, look, it made me start thinking twice. Like, man, look, this is not exactly the best area of town. Definitely don't get caught out here after night, after dark. Huh? All right. He said, then wash your truck down with the recycled concrete water. Okay, okay, yeah. Right, Mr. Duke, I got you, man. I got you about that insurance. Yeah, I got you. All right, fam. We're gonna get on off here. It's a Saturday morning. Try to get a few things. Guys, you got a consultation with someone at 12 about the business, and we're gonna have some more content coming for you guys this week coming up. I'm excited. Business is booming. Y'all be breezy. Let's get it. Let's those of you who are trying to get in, continue to march toward this dream. Those who are in, look, let's build. Let's grind. Let's get it going, man. Y'all take it easy. Cut the CEO. I'm out of here. I'm gone.